Takže sme tu, plánujeme to tvrdá hrazne otáčať, ideme to otáčať. Ako prvé samozrejme skontujeme zvukovú stopu, či sedí, či má zmysel pokračovať v tomto segmente, či sa to rýžuje, ako sa to má rýžovať. Takže sme tu, plánujeme to tvrdá hrazne otáčať, ideme to otáčať. Takže sedí všetko, môžeme ísť na to. Takže oficiálne to spúšťame. Je 667. relaxačný tréningový deň. Je 16.9.2025, je útorok, takže sú zhybožruty 15, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11. Predné, zadné, predné, zadné, predné a predné, zadné. Je prvých 15, 15, predné, zadné, začíname 16, 16, púšťme tohto pičusa ako podmas.
So I'm using Martial Artist and Incisor. I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't get reworked with all of the other melee perks. I feel like they could easily each be just 2-point cards instead of 3-point cards. They just take up a lot of space, but they are very useful. Then I have Kneecapper, where melee weapons deal bonus limb damage. And then I have Slugger, which deals bonus damage to crippled targets. And then I do like this perk a lot. Natural Stance, it does reduce incoming stagger by 25%. And I can tell you, this is actually really noticeable. So the only thing under Perception that's going to help me, I have Number Cruncher, I mentioned before, adds damage, and then Tormentor, which does bonus damage to enemies that have crippled limbs. I do have Pyrotechnician. This actually does increase the damage from the fire part of the weapon. Got Adrenaline when I'm fighting multiple enemies. Everyone I kill will increase my damage up to a maximum of 100%. And then I have Bloody Mess. I am not super convinced on this card, but it is only 1 point, so we'll see how that goes. So here are the mutations. I have Twisted Muscles, which gives bonus melee damage and bonus limb damage. Just a note on this, if you are having accuracy issues with your gun, check to see if you have this mutation because it does have a noticeable effect for the negative. We have Speed Demon. Obviously, reload speed isn't going to matter here, but faster movement speed is nice. Hurt Mentality bonus to all my specials. Egghead isn't going to come into play.
Ideme na to, druhá séria, 14, 14, zadné, predné. Môže to pre ľudí, poďme to otáčať.
Meat-based foods. And then we have Adrenal Reaction. Works like Adrenaline, but it's 5% versus the 10%. And as far as the foods go, we got two that are really important. We have Deathclaw Wellington for extra strength and Tasty Yaguai Roast for extra melee damage. You can see that is a lot. That's a lot more damage. And now if we look at the Pip-Boy, you can see the damage has gone up quite a bit. Now, whether those numbers are accurate or not, I have no idea. It seems like there are quite a few issues with Pip-Boy numbers being just flat out wrong. Oh, and my armor. I am wearing Thorn armor, so that will give a little bit of bleed damage to anybody that I hit. All right, let's go stab some things, see how that goes. But like I said, I've been using this the past couple days. It took me a while to... so you can see that area of effect. Doesn't look like there's bleed damage here, but you can see that area of effect just hitting that one. Almost killed that one. But yeah, I'd heard from quite a few people that this was just not that great. And so it took me a while to get around this. I mean, I've had this unlocked since probably day one. And yeah, I just heard that's not very good. You can't change the effects. I think too many people honestly get hung up on the fact that you can't change the effects on something, and they just assume that it's bad. And we have quite a few weapons in the game that you can't change the effects on, and they're quite good. You know, something like Gunther's Big Iron or Western Spirit. They happen to be very good weapons, even though you can't change the effects. But you can see I'm one-shotting everything. And you can see the swing speed. I mean, it's plenty fast. I can't put faster. I think it does have a built-in swing speed bonus, though. But, it swings. I mean, it swings really fast. The damage you can see. Obviously, these aren't boss enemies, but still, I mean, one hitting a super mutant, not terrible. All right, let's just jump down here into the muck and see about Gulpers. I have no idea how... Well, let's see the damage over time is something. There we go. Let's see one more. Maybe that'll be enough. I don't know. Thing is, waiting for damage over time when you can just keep swinging and kill them, right? I mean, that's my issue with damage over time in Melee is waiting means you're standing close to the enemy, and unless unless you have some indicator, and we had a health bar at one point. They gave a really nice indicator of how much of the health was going to be consumed.
Dobre, tretia séria, 13, 13, predné, zadné.
It's a guessing game, so it isn't super useful. I just keep swinging away until they're dead. I just think that's a much more sensible approach. Rather than swinging, running away, and find out they don't die, and you have to go back. Or just standing there and waiting, which, that's not practical at all. There's a Robo Brain. Yeah, one hit on a Robo Brain. They tend to be fairly tanky. So... Do we have a sentry? I was hoping we get a big sentry bot. I think that'd be fun to see how we do against a big old tank, because they are pretty tough. Oh, that one's legendary. Let's take that super important, Assassin's 1-star armor piece. That is not going to put itself in the script machine. All right, let's see. We've got this guy. But yeah, I mean, everything is just... I don't know. Like, I think anyone that thinks this is bad probably hasn't tried it. Like, I don't... You know, maybe if you're comparing it with the top tier, it's not as big, it's not as strong as whatever. Yeah, your Warglaive hits harder. But I mean, if I'm already killing stuff in one hit, who cares? And I'd rather look at a weapon and go, is it good? Rather than, it's not the best, so it's no good. Or you can't change it, so it's no good. This is, I mean, it's obviously a really good weapon. And, you know, I am using food buffs, but I think if you're playing, if you have a melee character, I think food buffs make sense because they just give you so much more damage. We got this one up here, and I don't have a jetpack. I usually run on
Pojďme na čtvrtou sériu. 12-12, žádné predné. Pojď to točiť, páni.
So, and I haven't fought it yet. I mean, I've been using this for a few days, but I definitely haven't run the full range of enemies. Yeah, that one's not two-shot though. Let's try a power attack here. And I don't know if there we go. Yeah, headshot definitely will do a lot more damage. Hard to aim. Let's see. Is that okay, so it's still going to take a couple of shots, whether it's just regular shots or power attacks. But still, 2 shots from my little knife with a super fast swing speed. I feel like some of those shots missed. They didn't seem to really do much in the way of damage. Yeah, because a full hit takes a lot more. There we go. Yeah, but see, there's a case where it didn't seem like hack and slash was doing much until that very last hit. It looks like to me it feels like it triggers when it wants to, not every hit, even though that's what it's supposed to do. Time to take on some tougher targets, and I'm not talking about these run-of-the-mill Mirelurks. We should have some kings. In fact, let's just get everyone out here now. Love the throwing arc. Love the free throw.
Dobre, to dorazí posledná séria, 11-11 oficiálne, 12-12 neoficiálne. 11-11, predné zadné.
Going invisible, not super fair, but it's all right. Which one was this? I don't remember. I did notice the level. All right, let's get the queen out here and see how badly this goes. I expect to get staggered and all kinds of stuff. All right, so against the queen, definitely could be hitting harder. Come on, get that stim pack working. But yeah, if I just keep, obviously this isn't the most, these damage, I mean the damage numbers are actually okay. She just has a truckload of health. But still, gets the job done, and...
Ale páni, je to za nami. To bol aj rýchly segment. Ale páni, je to za nami. Zrekapitulujeme to. 667. relaxačný tréningový deň za nami. Bolo 16.9.2025, skončili sme 16.24. Segment trval 9 minút a 9 sekúnd. Pekné číslo.